Hey guys, Professor Andrew Buckley here at Cavalo Martial Arts in Keswick. We're going to go over a basic armbar setup today that I like to use. This is George, one of my students, who also helps teach his classes here. So yeah, we're going to just start. I'll show you a basic armbar and I'll show you my kind of variation and what I use to kind of have more success with it, okay? So I'm in side control. I've got a really good side control here. It's good for me, okay? So I want to grab, the tricep bicep area, okay? And so what I mean by that is my fingers are going to kind of be on top of the bicep, my palm on the tricep. So bicep, tricep area, I'm here. But I'll start on the bicep, okay? So now here's what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to bring my elbow up and across my body, okay? And so what I want to do and what I want to achieve by this is I want to get George up on his side and unable to move, okay? So I've seen a lot of times where people just lift the arm straight up here like this, but George is able to just be bigger and stronger, and so he gets his shoulder back down to the mat here, and I can't hold him up long enough to step over and take my arm bar, okay? So my little trick that I've sort of developed over the years of training is when I cup the bicep, I'm gonna use my elbow here, okay? And I'm gonna bring my elbow, and I'm gonna bring it all the way across my body into my hip, okay? So I've got my fingers on the bicep, my palm on the tricep. I extend up and I bring my elbow all the way across my body, and I even get kind of like a lean going here, okay? My hand is gonna go to George's face and it's gonna push him down to the mat, okay? It does a few things for me. It straightens his arm here that you guys can see. It also makes his second arm weak, okay? There's no way that George is gonna let me step around him here if we're in a tournament or we're competing or we're just rolling in the gym for fun. He's not gonna let me step around. So if I post my hand to the mat here like this and I go to step around, yeah, he's not gonna let me move. Or he keeps his hand on my hip as a frame, and so as I go to step around, I don't get to move. So what happens here is as I bring my arm across, I've locked it in my hip, I've given myself a nice little shoulder turn, and now I've created this separation here. Now I can step easy. Look, his hand's still blocking my hip, but it's too late now to do anything. My shin gets turned in, and now I just sit, rotate. My hand is gonna come and grab the wrist right away. I'm pinching my knees, and I sit, and right about here, guys, if I really wanted to pull hard, this is where I should get my tap. If it's coming all the way down, flat on top of us, I didn't do a good enough job pinching my knees, but that's okay. I can pinch my knees here. It just means I'm gonna have to raise my hips at the end to get the tap. If we do a good job pinching our knees at the start, we won't need to bring our hips up at the end, okay? So, we're gonna turn from the side here so you guys can have a different angle, okay? So, when you guys are drilling this at home, okay, and I cup the bicep here, I bring the arm across my body, I get a little lean going, a little turn going here, ask your partner from here. This is a good time to say, okay, George, hey, pause for a second, okay? Can you move? Can you escape? No. No, okay? So, I'm gonna step, I'm gonna put my palm on his chin, here like this, it's almost on his neck, chin, forcing it to the mat. His shoulder is up nice and high. I step, turn, rotate, hand coming to the wrist, pinching my knees, and coming down for my tap, okay? So, I'm gonna have George come down here just one more time for me, please. Thanks. So, as we get here, let's look at what George's sort of reaction is, okay? So I can be here, I can bring the arm up and across here like this, okay? So now, it's important for me to understand what my opponent's gonna do, okay? If George continues to try to turn into me, like this, well, that's no problem at all. I push down on his head, I step over, and I take my arm bar. So him turning into us is not a problem for us. If I get here, I need to be able to secure his shoulder staying up. If I get lazy or I relax on my grip and he just puts his, I lose this arm. There's no point in stepping over anymore. He's put his shoulders back to the mat. Okay? So it's important for us to know what his reaction is or what he's gonna be attempting to try to do. Okay? So when I get here, I get the arm and I pull it across. I get my lean going, hand here, and now I can just say, George, can you move?
No.
Nope, so he feels stuck here. Boom, I can step, sit, come to the wrist, have my knees pinched, sitting back, and there's my armbar, okay? Again, if my knees weren't pinched and his arm's flat, that's okay. I'll pinch here, and now I'll slowly raise until I get my tap again, okay? So hopefully that's something you guys can add to your game. Hopefully it's something you guys try. Again, always talk with your partners, you know? Don't just think you watched it on YouTube once, now you're gonna hit it every time in the gym. Go drill it a bunch, have some fun with it. So yeah, if you like this, please subscribe, like on YouTube. Please follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And then of course, if you're ever in the area, you ever wanna drop into a class, please, we're at 1 Church Street, Unit 6 in Keswick. It's Cavalo Martial Arts. So please come check us out, have some fun, keep training guys.